Alright, we are back at it, being extremely annoyed with testing, but we're gonna just keep on going with it and see what we can come up with. I've got a couple of ideas I want to give a shot, and the last video wasn't really about testing setup, it was about making sure there wasn't something stupid with the arrow that we could manipulate with a high nose or anything like that. This time I have an idea and I'm not sure it's even possible. So we're going to be learning what we can do there. So what we learned last time on the final run was the car continued to get slower as the run went and started dragging the nose more. Thanks to Kevin King. Fuel, is burning, which means the rear end is going up, which means that the front end is going down just a little. So what we need to do is go up a couple of clicks there. That should solve that issue. And now let's just go do a single test run here. I'm going to first see if we can save ourselves some time. And why is... Hold on, is someone else seeing that? It's like part of the stands were missing. Okay, it's just in car. Oops. Yeah, I don't know why those stands go missing there. Okay, not gonna worry about it. So, first thing I want to test is, do we even need to make laps to figure out this first bit? What I want to do, because on the straightaway where speed matters, right now the right rear and right side in general is up in the air because we need it a little higher since that is getting shoved down in the corners and evening out. So is it possible to bring it lower but give it a stronger suspension so that it still evens out in the corners but is lower on the straightaways than what it is? So we're gonna just go nice and slow, and then we'll come up to speed. I just want to compare that nice and slow point to ride heights at speed. That way, if they match, I can just go with ride heights at a low speed and not really worry about arrow pushing down. A bit more force feedback. Doesn't feel like I have control of the car. Just do a full lap, that way we can get a recorded lap here, compare times off of. I know Daniel's building a set as well, but I just need to learn this car a bit, and it's going to help us in the long run so that I can maybe put together stuff myself, but I'll do one more lap. Just because the previous lap was a little slow through the trial building up speed since we didn't go to the high side. We're not going for trying to get fastest lap, we're just going for trying to get a consistent lap. so that we can run that line the same every time. So, if I wanted to, what we could do is figure out the weight of the fuel, how much it would burn, how much that would raise the rear end with that weight, and adjust the splitter front end height based off of that. I think it's going to be more of a test it out and see what happens, but let me load this first set in. It looks like our front right is a 1/10 higher on the straightaways, and our right rear is a 1/4 of an inch higher. So this is probably going to be a failure on trying to get it to work. What I want to do is save this as low 1. So I want to lower this side. Let's go ahead and take this off, and we are going to lower this to, well, actually, you know what? Those ride heights are the exact same thing as what I'm seeing. So, is it possible? How much can we go up on this? We can't go up very much on there. I don't think this is even possible. Unless we, what if we go half on this? This is gonna be stupid, but gotta try it. Gotta try something. And then we actually raise this side up so that the left side drops into the corner. Okay. And so now we got our right heights way too high, but now we're going, like, we got them even. And now we're going to drop both sides evenly. Get them back down to what we want them at. This car is probably just going to instantly spin, but let's go see. Let's go see what happens. Let's compression. And let's go compression over here. And let's see if we can accidentally get this to do what it probably can't even do. Actually, did I even turn telemetry off? Or, yeah, I did. Or it turns off every time you get out of the car, so I don't need to really turn that on, it looks like. Will this thing will my little monkey brain when it comes to car setups actually hit on anything here? Alright, no, we're scraping the hell out of everything already. We'll figure out where we're scraping. Enough data. open this one up. And it's actually the right rear is what is slamming the ground. And the front end actually kind of did what I wanted it to do, amazingly. Now the left rear really isn't moving. Alright, I can already tell we're scraping. Just shutting that down, and we gotta get the right rear up higher, because we can't stop it from compressing anymore. I'm assuming 10 is the slowest and strongest shock, but let's just go to an inch. Because I'm kind of encouraged by the front end, so get it above scraping. That way we can see if there's any speed gain having the car flatter on the straightaway. Still scraping, losing speed. Alright, let's see where we're scraping at there. Right rear and right side. And we're probably getting further away from what we need and back to having the car too high, but I want to see what the more even straightaway is. And then who knows if this thing will actually even handle. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to have any issues, but little hit, a little bit of scraping, but not losing speed, so we're going to find out. Is there any speed gained here? Do 2 laps. Yeah, it's definitely slower on the straight. Okay. Let's find out where the ride heights actually were at that point. And everything's pretty much right back to where it was on the low setup with the sides even. So, no, that is not going to work. Now I think we look at nose weight. And really, we don't need telemetry for this. We just need to go test it out. So, more nose weight we don't want. I think we want to back this up. Just back it up all the way. See what happens with the rear end. I do a lot of min-max just to understand what the change is doing, since I don't actually know, and I'm not, I don't understand a lot of the setup stuff, so when I'm changing something, I usually go big swings on one thing, give it a shot, see what happens, and then it kind of points me in the right direction. Now, this thing is flying at the moment, it feels like. But now we're scraping the rear end, possibly. But I mean, we're flying compared to what it was. So, if we're scraping the rear end to start off, and the fuel burn is slowly going to bring that rear end up, maybe starting the rear off a little lower. It's going to be better. See if we can get 180. Nope. So, alright, let's take a look at how much scraping's happening, where it's actually happening, and I mean, I can already tell that that was quicker on the straights. And it looks like, yeah, right rear. And the nose is actually slightly high, because we took the weight off the nose. So let's go ahead and save this, open low 2. Let's go ahead, raise the rear just a bit. I think I forgot to attach the bars on that last experiment. Oh well. I don't think that's where it was at. I don't think it was possible to begin with. So let's... I feel like that is all fine. Drop the nose couple. And let's just get these to 1 because that is something we need so that we can stop when we come into the pits. Let's also just get rid of toe in there. And, oh, actually, we don't even have the skew in this. So let's get that in there. And can we actually do more skew by going opposite with the front end? Is that how math works? Let's give it a shot. Thing's driving funky with all that skew. I don't remember it driving that different. So little scrapes. Big scrapes over the big bump. Going to 180 for sure with the skew in it. Now, it was a bad decision to do that, but we really didn't change anything other than the ride heights. So, it's not like we're thinking that we're gaining speed from something else. We know we're gaining the speed from the skew. 180. Much quicker in the corner as well because we're not scraping as much. 50.1. Let's take a look at our all-time best, which is 50.1. So this is faster than we did anything previously, and we could probably get 49 by running up the high side and getting a run to the line. Let's just feel what the car does after a few laps. Slowing down just a little bit on the straightaways. Just because the spoiler is slowly going up, I assume. Okay. We sort of accomplished something. Took a look at ride heights again. The right rear started scraping less, it looks like, as that went on. And front end still wasn't getting close to scraping. And that's just going to be something that we have to try out in a race and figure out long runs, because I am not going to do 30 laps by myself. What else could we do? We could stiffen this up over the big bump. Stiffen this up altogether, so I don't see why we wouldn't. I know we want the rear end to drop, but I feel like it's going to drop no matter what. So if we slow that drop down and then it's locked down, maybe that's better. The slope. I know that this is about how quickly, if it's linear, then it just does the same thing all the way throughout. If you go different, then you got a bit of a curve there, and changes how quickly it is at the bottom compared to the top. That is going to be a little bit of speed, but a little bit over my head. I don't think there's really much else we can do with this. Because, I mean, alright, can we go further on that? We can't go further on that. I don't think we want to do that. That's just going to add heat to the right front, and I don't even know if that is adding anything to what we need. Could go lower on pressures, but I don't think we need to do that. Yeah, I don't know where else. Handling wise, we're going to just have to get into practice with cars and figure that out, because we could just be completely lost with that. But for finding just the outright speed over a run, I think we're kind of at the right balance where the rear end's going to raise up and stop scraping. Front end's going to start to lower, but hopefully not scrape. And I don't know how much further we can go. I'm going to go ahead and go 3. Let's just give it one run using the normal qualifying strategies. Even though we'll be going out on track before we're allowed to in real race. Let's see what we can get this thing ran up to. We're not going to qualify anyways, but I just want to see what kind of top speeds we can hit. do a full lap of run-up, even though I don't think it's necessary. You could probably raise the right side a tad if we were going to do a qualifying lap, since we're not looking for the gain over a run. We're not going to get to a 49. We're going to improve halfway there. Maybe a quarter of the way there. So I think the next step is just running some races next week. I don't see much else to gain out of this. I feel like I've kind of got a better understanding of it. And we're just going to be wasting our times over thousandths, which won't even matter when it comes to racing. I feel like I've got this thing fairly trimmed out, and it should be okay long run from scraping the front, but we'll only find that out once we get out there. So there we go. Wait all the way back, and not much has changed on the ride heights. And let me know if you've got any other ideas. And hopefully that was a good ending to this, a little more about the setup, and we'll dig deeper once we can get out there with cars. Thanks for watching.